My story goes back to 1956. We had a person by the name of Whitney Young, who was the executive director of the Urban League, gave a talk to the business community of San Francisco and implored them to utilize this vast human resource called the Negro community. He was so impressive that a person by the name of George Morton, who was a district manager in what they call the Northern California District, went up to the executive director of the Bay Area Urban League and asked him to refer a person if he found a good one. And I went out, interviewed with the executive director. He asked me how long I had been searching for a job. I told him about a month. There's a job over at United Parcel Service. You know that company? And he says, the only thing I want you to do is to go down, go through the interview. If you accept it, then I want you to stay there for at least 6 months to prove that Negroes can drive a truck. The first month as a driver, every day when I came in, the center manager had something to say to me about being late, telling me that he knew that I could do better, and on and on and on. So one day, I had had enough, and I told him that if I can do better, then I'd like for you to get on the car and show me how to do it. He couldn't do it, but he ended up calling one of the industrial engineers at the lunch hour. He stopped and he says, I don't see anything you're doing wrong. He says, but one thing we did wrong. He says, we put you in the wrong area. We have you in the area where you live. Everybody wants to know how you got that job, and you keep telling them how you got the job, and that's where you're losing your time. It took me off the area, and the rest is driving history. When I started with UPS, the company had just under 6,000 people working for it. When I left the company, we had 350,000 people in the company. We had gone from a regional company when I came to UPS to a national company and then an international company. I'd gone from a company that had absolutely no black managers when I came to the company to a company that had a black chief operating officer, which is something that I would have never, ever thought when I walked in the door at UPS in 1957. I never, ever thought of becoming a manager with UPS until someone showed some light at the end of the tunnel for me and gave me the opportunity.